Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, our Hero Engine series, and you can see I am making this area a little bit more easy to access, just kind of mirroring what we have over on this side, so adding a door, and I think we are getting some concrete down. Why don't we just concrete under this guy as well? Someone suggested that we turn this into like an outdoor recreation area. They said, oh, we should like drain this and then make it outdoor, especially considering it's under the shield, so it couldn't be drop potted into, and it's like not mountain roof anyway. So I think we're gonna get started on that. I'm not gonna take the time to use moisture pumps. I think we'll just bridge it over and then we'll see what we can do with like some of the props to make it kind of like a little outdoor park. I think you guys have seen my strategy when I am clearing overhead mountain like this, right? So I'll dig too wide and then it's safe to just remove all four tiles. Because this tile is touching this wall, this tile is touching this wall, and obviously these tiles are over the wall. You can remove all that and not have to worry about roof collapses, right? When we're dealing with something like this, where I didn't design the cave, what I'll do is I'll set this roof to deconstruct, and then once they've deconstructed, I'll just increase it too wide each time. So we're gonna ignore this for a second. Ignore? No. There we go. Ignore. Yeah, so I'll start somewhere in the middle, and then we'll just deconstruct it and continue to deconstruct it. I will also bridge all of that over. So let's take a bridge. And do we have wood? We have tons of wood. We have steel. We have tons of steel. I might just do steel bridges because it's probably just as fast as wood. And looks sloppy. That's fine because we can just cancel this stuff real quick. Where's my cancel button? There we go. Okay, so we'll remove the roof, we'll bridge it over. We might round out some of the wall a bit. I'll kind of like take a look at the shape. And this will be like our final construction project for this colony. I don't like there's a dent right there. Furniture, floors, that's what I'm looking for. We'll just throw some concrete down there. And then to make sure that all of our colonists can hang out in this new area, we will go ahead and zone it as area 1. So children, do we have any children right now? Yeah, we have Mick. This is Thundara and Hammer's child. Maxim's little brother. I think Maxim is his name. He turned out to be like a speedster. I had speedster on my list of like archetypes to build or to create, and we unintentionally got one, so that worked out for us. I think for today, in addition to building that little park, we have 4 insectoid settlements to take out, and then we'll call our mission complete. We've like rid the world of pirates. We're gonna rid this desert of these insects that aren't just like harassing other colonists, but are actually not friendly with the bloody Sorn hive either. If we take a look at faction relations, we're allied with everyone except who we can't be allied with, which is the impids to the south, and then of course the insect hives. And then if we look at the insect hives are an enemy of everyone. So we'll do this world one more favor, and then we'll call this series good. Next week, or maybe if I get started a little bit early, we'll check out RimWorld 1.6. We'll just do kind of a fairly vanilla playthrough as we wait for the new DLC to launch. Okay, we've just started really working on this, and we have a raid. It looks like they're going to wait around for a little bit. They brought in Apocryton. Looks like there's at least one workwing, 2 workwings, a bunch of centipedes, and what are these? The centurions? These guys always just like die last in the back. So nothing too much to worry about, but we'll go ahead and restrict folks. Mechanoids, you guys stay inside. Everyone else, area 1, please. Mechanoids are coming in. A couple took off up top. I'm not sure what they're really going after up here. Baby is inside the base. Oh, a wild person's on the map. That's interesting. Let's grab you guys. Let's get you guys up front. For whatever reason, I've lost defensive positions on my colonists, but that's fine. We can just kind of line them up. I do want to grab Haya and Hammer, and maybe have them come down here. We can try out some of their special abilities. So they have an Overload, which should stun. What else do they have? They have a Sabotage, Weapons, and Hijack Synthetics. Okay. So, what if you just pop out and then hijack that guy? Does that work? Okay, let's see here. Oh, yeah, okay, so he's attacking the Scyther. We're gonna let the Scyther in. Oh, no. Oh, I should have put auto doors down there. That's fine. I just wanted to see how that works. How long does that last? Does it tell us? No, it doesn't. Okay, why don't you stun the guy? Oh, it's an AoE stun? That didn't seem to stun him. Why don't you go ahead and lay down? Okay. Oh, we have a Scyther in here. Grizzly, just come take care of it. Come take care of the Scyther. Thundara, you can get ready to do some ball lightning. Okay. Oh, the resurrections. Skip. Skip and Hammer. Maybe. Can't skip through walls. That's okay. Let's forget that for a moment. Why don't you go ahead and do another ball lightning all the way down here? You've taken the Scyther. Let's have you take the Apocryton as well. Why don't you control Frenzy? And then you jumped after someone. Let's just prevent any more resurrections from happening. Oh, crud. Oh, no. Oh, no. I missed it. I should have put a shield down here. They probably blew one of these up and then a chain reaction happened. Blizzard, you're the most critical. Yuda, why don't you come rescue Blizzard? Optics, you're probably bleeding out. You lost a toe. Let's have you go ahead and do a regen cycle. Spectacle, you're fine. You're fine. Annihilation field. And then go rest until healed. Grizzly. Melee attack. Kill skip. Okay. Focus the Apocryton. Let's learn from our mistakes. Thundara, how are you doing? You're gonna be fine. Let's do another ball lightning right there. Let's get you guys away from these other turrets. I'm wondering, was it Warbringer, maybe, that blew things up? Grizzly, you can search and destroy now. Why don't you guys go ahead and just all move in to search and destroy? Everyone else can go away. I should have just sent the melee in to like deal with them from the beginning. Very silly. So the two that went after the wild man are over here. Grizzly, where are you at? Why don't you jump over this nonsense? Copycat, you can phase through the wall. Okay. All good. Any more raiders? No. Tattered apparel on Blizzard. Everything will be fine. So blue squad's out of commission for the moment. Gold squad is a little messed up as well. I guess we'll send a combination of, maybe we send all our melee folks and then just our ranged folks that are up and capable to go take on the insect hives. We'll do that in the morning. Well, we could rebuild these. They do require the chips, and I've basically been selling those, so we have none. So I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct them, and we are building some of the stuff from Mass Effect, Rim Effect mod. We have the heavy mass accelerator turret, and then we are building some mass accelerator turrets. We will take advantage of the barricades for our pawns, and then I'm trying to keep these turrets close enough that we don't have to worry about friendly fire. I'm actually not sure about standing in front of this guy. I guess we'll see if we have to deal with any more raids before we're through. Everyone is up and capable, or everyone that is up and capable. We'll go ahead and load them up into the truck. Oh, too many selected, not truck. I guess we'll take the bluebird and the graybird, and we will send 2 groups over to an insect hive. 1 squad didn't seem to be enough, so I'm hoping that maybe 2 squads feels right. Okay, so let's take out this one that's nearest us. We'll choose a landing spot when we get there. I'm gonna unpause briefly just so that it gets a little head start on going, and then we will do the same for this guy. So this is interesting. I don't see any insects here, so I'm gonna land close, and we will see if any insects spawn. Oh, there's a tiny hive down here, and that's what caught my eye first. It's fine. It's fine. There was a clearing there. Is there like a clearing right here? I guess there is an insect right there. What is all this stuff? A static pod? Medium-sized hive structure capable of generating small amounts of electricity produced by giant insects. Needs to be constructed. Oh, interesting. We did not really play with the insects at all. We just kind of had them on this world as a threat, and they weren't that threatening. Not to our superheroes, anyway. Let's speed things up so folks get landed, and then I'm just going to tell you guys to search and destroy. Once our ranged folks have landed, we will follow you guys in. Oh my god. Grizzly, you're insane. Okay, taking on a war queen. Let's grab these guys. Let's do a combat command. Let's head this way. I need to check something real quick. Powers. Who all is blast resistant? You are. You are. You are. You are not. And you are. Okay, Maxim. Warbringer. We're not going to have you fire at will. For exactly that reason. Why don't you just start firing over at that stuff? Okay, so everyone else, Warbringer, let's exclude you for now. Why don't you guys go ahead and follow? Actually, Chaplain, you also don't fire at will. Why don't you stand here and you guard Warbringer? Chaplain and Warbringer are going to be on guarding ship duty, basically. Okay. Actually, you guys need to guard that. Fire at will. Oh, there are hives all over this map. These guys are not clustered together like the previous ones. Insects are attacking. Okay. Let's move in. I trust Warbringer and Chaplain to be fine here. Except you're hitting the stupid ship. Let's not fire at will. Let's move you guys right here. And we'll have you watch our back. Oh, who's up there? Of course it's Grizzly. Why don't you hop over this way? Okay, Thundara, why don't you throw some electricity that way? What else can we do? Why don't we do summon lightning right here? Just get some of them on fire. Meteor shower. Potentially could hit our folks. You can cast that so far back. Why don't we do that? Mischief. Okay. Maxim, you're down here. That's a safe place for you to be. Since you're down there, we can do this. Okay, you guys group up. Oh, there goes the meteors. Oh, this bug, the macro flat, he jumped really far. That's crazy. Hammer. What got you, Hammer? Pain, little consciousness, 10%. Brain shock. After effects of an electrical shock. Oh, your wife. I forgot. The orb that she throws does some EMP damage. These guys are terrifying. I don't like that at all, especially considering like the insectoids. They're slightly a little like xenomorph like, so that kind of freaks me out. Oh, this is a big one that jumps. No, we don't like that. We don't like that at all. Why don't you go hang out next to Arsenal? Okay, you guys here. Okay. Maxim, you and Grey Wolf are just taking out all these like rogue hives. That is perfectly fine with me. Where did Chaplain go? Chaplain, you're right there. We will set you to fire at will. Warbringer, if you fire at will, where are you gonna fire? Feels like you're shooting our ship. It feels like you're shooting our ship. It's fine, we'll bring in another ship, but you no more. Oh, there was a very close bug there. Ship. Okay, that's fine. It's not completely gone. We can repair it. You guys go ahead and search at will. We're gonna unforbid some things. We'll see if Hammer gets up and picks up his weapon. If not, then we'll just load it all into the ships manually. Okay, you did a good job setting this place on fire. They are just cleaning up hives at this point, right? No more insects? Maybe onesie twosie insects? I just heard an insect spawning sound. So I'm wondering if one of these just like released something. If if they did, then it would just be like onesie twosie insects, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, Hammer did manage to get back up. He picked his weapon up, having them put out some fires around here. Warbringer. Oh yeah, look at this. It's like a baby mega spider. Must have spawned from somewhere over here. That's fine. Warbringer, why don't you just go ahead and board as a pilot for now? You are very good in very specific situations, but considering that you can blow anything up from across the map and sometimes miss terribly when you should have 100% accuracy, it's not appreciated, dude. Where are my people at? They're hives all the way up here, hives all the way around here. So they're all set to search and destroy. So we should get the base destroyed message here in a couple minutes. Okay, so the area is now safe. We can reform our caravan. We also got the base destroyed message, but they are fighting some like random bugs. We destroyed fuel tanks down here, so we're gonna need you guys to come and repair some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and restrict you guys to this home zone. Let's have maybe you guys go home. You guys can go home. But you'll come back and you'll bring some chem fuel so we can bring the Greybird home as well. Okay, they are making pretty short work of repairing this guy. Let's dump this chem fuel. I guess we'll pop some packaged survival meals out for them. And then we should be able to get them home to do a little recreation before we take on another insect hive. Okay, and I think Randy knows I'm trying to end the series. We have a large infestation happening. We do have some melee folks, so let's get you guys over. Spectacle, you're up. Hammer, Mischief, Chaplain, high out. Let's get you guys over here. Grizzly, you are eating some insect jelly. Can you refuel this guy? Will it take fuel? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's pretty much like mostly repaired, so that should be fine. Let's head back this way and Infestation City. Do we have anyone that can do any big blasting? Who is that? Chaplain? Chaplain, you can see the insects from where you're at. Okay. Chaplain, you hang out right here. You're so busy shooting because your cooldown is so low. Okay, let's fire at will. You guys, actually, hold on. Right here, Spectacle, why don't you do a annihilation field, like right there. And we will do like a little grab thing to pull them in. Spectacle, you have more biotic amp level still, so we can do another annihilation field. And another. Let's do another little gravity well. Let's see how well she keeps them subdued. You guys up front. You guys line up a little bit better. Try and avoid that friendly fire. Why don't you go ahead and do your little drone right here. Spectacle. We're short on annihilation fields. Okay, Chaplain. You guys are good to go. Let's board. Let's board. Let's get back here. Okay, Spectacle. Let's do another Field. Do another one of these. Chaplain, you're free to go. Actually, why don't you search and destroy? We'll have you take out the hives. Okay, let's move forward. It looks like you're probably the last insect left. We'll let you guys go. We'll send our melee to search and destroy, and then we'll bring these folks home. Well, our heroes have been getting some R&R back at home, and it looks like Grey Wolf and Mischief have gotten together. Grey Wolf was originally with someone else, right? Or it was Mischief? Mischief. Oh, Mischief had married Chaplain. I missed that. Left Chaplain for Grey Wolf. And Haya, I need to fix his transmog. He's wearing some herald gear. Oh, no, I thought he was bald. He's just blonde. Okay, so he's fine. Wedding's over. Everyone's socializing. We're going to make some progress on this before we head back out. Okay, I am loading up our melee folks. Grey Wolf. Where is this Wolverine? Why don't you take that out? We're gonna see if our melee folks can handle a site on their own. I'm pretty sure they can. Should be no problem. Go ahead and load up. We are getting our defenses rebuilt, probably maybe even better than previously. And our park is almost done. I think we just need to build another little bench. We're going to smooth out these walls. The floors blend into them a little bit better. And we're moving this horseshoe pin over into this little rock garden area. Let's toss some more rocks back there, actually. Wait, I think is there a rock that we're not using? If we go to furniture, props, and then parks. Yeah, we're not using this big rock. Let's throw that back there. Okay, and then I have moved our chess tables, our horseshoe pins in here, so I've actually seen people hanging out in here already, which is pretty nice. Also, they'll get their like outdoor need while they're here, right? Is this considered outdoors? I would imagine so. It's unroofed. And the room, if it were in a room, it's a huge freaking room. Are you guys all loaded up? You are. We will, I guess, go for the next closest one. Well, this map is a little bit more familiar to me. It looks like everything is isolated to the center. I'm thinking the previous map, because it was over here, wasn't there like polluted area over here? Pollution. Is the pollution gone? I'm pretty sure like this whole area was polluted. Was it polluted because of the bug hive? And then my next thought was, with the polluted tiles, like the bug hives just spawned like anywhere there was pollution. Is that like maybe a mechanic that was involved? I'm not sure, but that would explain why it was like so radically different. Maybe we will, I was gonna say maybe we'll see something different with these two, but the other reason is it was like a different tile, right? It was like a temperate forest tile. So maybe the different biomes have different bug hive behavior. I'm not sure, but Arsenal, you are not actually melee attacking the mega spider. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just let them come to you. Grizzly, Power Leap. We'll let you do a adrenaline rush. Maxim, you're fine. Copycat, you're fine. Why don't you jump in? And why don't you also jump in? Maxim has a plasma sword. So he should be getting hits, and then they should kind of be backing off of him, but he is also dodging like crazy. Oh my god, sorry that the weapon damage is so loud. Okay. Bubblegum and Copycat taking a little bit of damage. Bubblegum managed to completely heal during combat last fight, though, so... Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna speed things up. I'll just go speed 3 here. Okay, Grizzly's made it out of this little hive that he was stuck in. He's helping Grey Wolf and Bubblegum. Where did Copycat end up? Copycat's right there as well. Maxim just still standing in a pile of fire. Arsenal has finally figured out what's going on. Megapede? 14 conditions need tending. Apparently not hostile anymore. Oh, there we go. Copycat's gonna take him out. Area is now safe, but we have 14 hives to destroy, and then the base will be destroyed. Okay, and there it is. Let's get you guys back home, and then we'll send... Oh, Optics, are you? You're out. You are fully healed. You got your toe back or whatever it is you lost. We'll send Blue and Gold Squad ranged group out. Actually, we can probably just, like, load these guys up right now. I guess we'll send, like, Chaplain and Skip as well. We'll have them take... Oh, actually, how many can we load up? Can we load up? Leave Chaplain at home. She ends up standing in one spot anyway. But we'll let them take out a base. And then maybe we bring them all together again. No, maybe we'll just bring a mixture of some of our melee and some of our range. Whoever can fit in just like a single Sky Ranger. Yeah, so another map, and pretty much all except that one have been set up like this, with insectoids hanging out in the middle. What are these guys? Tank roaches, interesting. I'm not sure if I've seen those yet. I'm pretty sure Spectacle can do a lot to help us kite here. Oh, you guys are tired. Sorry about it. Okay, Optics and probably Mischief will start firing pretty soon. Fire Tornado. Fire Tornado. Okay. Annihilation Field, like right here. That's not helpful. Let's do that. Okay, Blizzard, you can slow them down. What are we doing here? Psychic Coma for 3 days? That's not what I want. I want Cold Zone. That's what I was thinking of. We'll do a Cold Zone right there that they have to walk through. And Optics. Let's wait for them to get a little closer. Maybe right there. And why don't you go ahead and do the same right here. Turn on Eye Blast. Okay, these guys are getting a little close. We'll do one of these. One of these. Also have Berserk Pulse, right? Oh, that is a huge area, because what is your psychic sensitivity now? It's 260. We can upgrade you a little bit, and that puts you at 264. So, Berserk Pulse. Yeah, right there. Okay, so they're gonna fight each other in the cold, which will slow them down. That's not bad. Your little drone. And can you do another Berserk Pulse? No, that went crazy on your Oh, no, don't stand in front of everyone. We can get a little closer, though. Okay. Psychic Shock, Berserk. Let's do Berserk on this queen. Oh, the tanks have, like, turned around to go attack the queen because she's technically closer. Thundara. Thundara. Oh, you've been using your chain lightning like crazy, huh? Okay, that's fine. Laser eyes. Mischief. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna have these guys walk around the cold zone. Walk around the cold zone. And then I'll set them to search and destroy for these hives. How many do we have? 19. Okay, that is base destroyed. Why don't you guys go ahead and board the Goliath? I don't think they'll be in this cold area for very long. And most of them have gear. You're a bad example. Negative 45. We have some like negative 68s and stuff, so they should be fine for a quick jaunt through the cold zone that looks like it's starting to dissipate. Well, I'm not sure if we've seen this before. A swarm of rare royal insects is tunneling towards you. They'll break through in a few seconds and create burrows that will allow more and more insects to reach the surface. These burrows can only be destroyed using explosives, but they'll also collapse after some time. The burrows will send insectoids in decreasing intervals. Okay, let's jump to location. I think melee squad that cannot be impacted by explosions, and then our explosive range characters. Get you guys going. Mechanoids, let's get you in area 1. Everyone else stay inside. Oh. You guys don't have anything to search and destroy yet, so I'll send you up that way. Park is, I think, almost complete. Just some smoothing. I'm really excited with how it turned out. You're here. Where's Mischief? Mischief on the way. Okay. We will head out. And where'd the burrows go? Okay, small insect burrow, 8 of them. Oh. You know what? Does not seem as urgent as I thought. Oh, there's a large one and just a regular one as well. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Optics, where are you at, my buddy? Let's have you. Oh, can you not shoot it? I guess we will do this. Optics, shoot your friend. Okay. Why don't you stand right there? Mischief. shoot your other friend. Okay. And Pyrrha, can you eye blast? Does that work? That doesn't work. Okay. Everyone else, you can go. Mischief, you come up here. You do have grenades. And right up there. Wait. Oh. He eye blasted. Oh, his grenades are cube themed. Interesting. He eye blasted, so something must have just come out of that burrow, but we didn't catch it. Okay. Let's just double check. Burrow. 0 results. I'm gonna trust that. And with these last few blocks, we are build complete. So not much has changed inside the base since last we looked at it. Oh, I was talking about maybe throwing some more of these caskets up here so we could get a few more done. That looks a little strange. Yeah, I think maybe just 2 more just to kind of complete the look in there. This is looking a little light. I'm wondering if we could maybe do some more caskets in here. Yeah, we could do that. That gets in front of the door. Could do one right there. And what if we moved you here? If we move you there, there's no reason to move it, I guess. We could stick a casket right there. Other than that, I think we're all good. I have smoothed out all these walls. I kind of made sure that the flooring was like a little bit more complete. There's still like some exposed rough areas, and I think that's fine. I think the only critique that I have for myself on this base is that we have a couple rooms, Maxim's room and Copycat's rooms, are pass-throughs for a couple barracks rooms, and that's just because I needed to stick beds somewhere, and I didn't expect this colony to get quite this big. Do we even have an open bed? We do. So we have a bed for Mick. We have like 2 open beds, and that's pretty much it. The park is complete. I really love the suggestion from the comment yesterday. Thank you so much for that. This was a lot of fun to build. I kind of respaced the chess tables and the fountain so that we could have 2 on either side. I moved the horseshoe pins so it doesn't look like they're awkwardly like standing in a tree or anything. And then I haven't built these before, but what are they? They're from Vanilla Furniture Expanded, but Vanilla Furniture Expanded had that recent update. So these wooden loungers, they can do a sunbathing activity in them. Their comfort or quality, I guess, equals comfort equals recreation. Also put like a little, looks like a boom box, it's long wave radio, and then just like a little side table there. We have a decorative rock hanging out on top of it that we'll get rid of. But yeah, I am digging that. I think it's time. Let's send our blast resistant melee folks. Let's send Spectacle, Optics, and Pyrrha, because I really do like the fire and ice thing that's going on. And then Skip, you'll go just in case something terrible happens. You have our get out of jail free buttons on you. But we are going to take out the last hive and then call it good. Coming in for the landing, we'll speed things up a bit. And they are probably going to want to rest soon. Let's grab our melee group. We will have you guys hang out right here. Pyrrha and Blizzard, you guys are coming up first. Blizzard, what are you doing? There we go. Pyrrha, why don't you go ahead and... Grizzly, you're freaking me out. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Fire tornado. Oh, we need a good angle. We need a good angle. Why don't we send it there and hope for the best? Blizzard. Let's do a cold zone. Right there. Okay, everyone else, let's get you guys into position behind our melee folks. Spectacle, where are you at? Oh, you wandered quite a ways away. Okay, why don't you go ahead and snap freeze right there. And then Pyrrha, actually optics. Let's do a blast right there, just because these guys were so close. Grizzly. Okay, let's turn off Adrenaline Rush, Kill Skip, and Power Leap for now. And let's get you back here. Or actually, let's get you guys, like, right there. And then you guys can move forward. Spectacle. Let's get you right in here. Let's do an annihilation field. And let's do that guy. Okay, let's do an eye blast. And we will send you guys to search and destroy. Cold zone slowing them down? Not as much as I'd like. Let's do a snap freeze right there. Let's see. Why don't you do a berserk pulse? Oh, we'll wait until this group gets in. Okay, I think that's good. No more search and destroy, just back off and guard the ranged folks. Okay, Spectacle, can you... Singularity right here. Annihilation field. Oh, Skip, you are in some trouble. Copycat, come help. I'm curious, what is this gonna do? What? Not much. Not much. Okay, stun, psychic shock, berserk. Let's do you. Okay, and then let's back up a little bit. You do another snap freeze for me. And then why don't you throw an annihilation field right on top of it? Optics. Let's do a big blast. Okay. They are after the hives. We'll let them go to town. Okay, Grey Wolf, gear-wise, -51. You'll be fine. Area's now safe. We've defeated all the hostiles. How many hives? How many hives? 15. Not that many. Optics cracks me up because he, like, gets into max range, which is half the map away. But I guess that is completely fine. Well, we didn't get the message that the base has been destroyed. If we take a look at the hive, they still show as hostile. These walls are starting to come apart. I'm wondering there is something hidden somewhere. Copycat? Compacted steel. Copycat. Why don't you walk through this wall? There we are. There we are. Okay. That's probably the last hive. She can take it out. You guys can load up. Okay, area's safe. Let's take that. How are you doing? You're fine. Base destroyed. Okay. You are almost ready to go back through. If we take a look here, grayed out hostiles, that is wonderful. Okay, no. Don't get stuck in the wall. Go, go home. Okay, and with that, I think we are through. Just kind of a final image of our colonists here. We have our couples, Grey Wolf and Mischief, Spectacle Optics, their 2 children, Grizzly and Bubblegum, Hammer and Thundara, as well as their 2 children. We have most of Grey Squad down here, single, in some pretty cool armor, and then a bunch of Professor Z's experiments up here. Arsenal, Blizzard, Cherub, Copycat, Pyrrha, Skip, of course, Origin and Catalyst, who we couldn't have done it without, and Yuta, our doctor. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the engagement on this series. It's been really exciting playing this, not just because I'm a big X-Men and superhero fan, but just waking up and seeing the reactions and the comments from all of you guys, the suggestions, all kinds of suggestions here. Someone suggested a Nightcrawler, someone suggested the park, someone wanted to see Iceman. So I did as much as I could. I really wish I could have made Colossus. Like, I think there are some genetics for like rock eating and skin hardening as an ability and stuff. There are so many different possibilities. If you guys plan on playing something similar, making your own superhero teams, I would love to see them. My email address is linked on the YouTubes if you want to share, or if you're in the Discord. Thanks for hanging out, you guys, as always. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.